That's real. I know you're watching it. You're going, that can't be real. Dave, today's not April Fool's Day. Don't punk us like that. But that is real. That is a real video that the U.S. Navy put out. Who are those two people? They don't even seem like real people. They seem like automatons. What is her accent?
Well, I actually prefer the old Navy recruiting video. I don't know if you've seen this one.
In the Navy, yes, you can sail the seven seas. In the Navy.
We can do a little Dave Rubin. We haven't Rubined in a while.
What's happening with the trans thing, that we all seemingly have to bow down to this, that if you do not accept that 4-year-olds who feel a different way, a boy who feels a little bit like a girl, should be on puberty blockers and on their way to becoming the other gender, if you don't buy into all of that, that you're somehow a bigot or mean or anything else, well, all of this nonsense, it's...
I never get tired of how sensitive Republicans are. Like just the biggest little group of snowflakes every single time. It's like, well, they're being mean to us, you know? I don't know what else to say. They keep being mean. They call us names. They call us transphobes. What does that even mean? I'm not irrationally afraid of trans people. I just want to legislate them out of existence. I just don't want them to be around anymore. How is that transphobia? I don't quite understand that. I don't know if you all saw this tweet the other day. Nate Hochman. Many young conservatives can point to a radicalization moment. There's an analog to this on the left. Young leftists often say they were radicalized by the 2008 recession or failures of Obama administration, etc. For young conservative, it often revolves around experiences on campus and social media. Translated to, young leftists often say they were radicalized by major historical events. Young conservatives often say they were radicalized by their college classmates hurting their feelings. And also, I should add that, like, if this is the case, wouldn't you just love these liberal indoctrination institutions that apparently colleges and universities are? Because it's just radicalizing all these conservatives?
Leaking into our military. And this video came out yesterday.
Oh, no.
We're going to show you a couple
clips
of it. This is absolutely insane.
Oh, wow. This really affected Dave. He's having a rough day. This one cuts deep.
This is from the U.S. Navy. I am not kidding you. You're going to be watching this in a second from now, and you're going to go, Dave, that can't be real. This seems like amateur hour from a high school. But this is the U.S. Navy training its staff to create a safe space by using gender pronouns.
By using gender pronouns.
Hi, my name is Johnny and I use he, him pronouns.
Hi, and I'm Conchi and I use she, her pronouns.
And we're here to talk about pronouns.
What is a pronoun? A pronoun is how we identify ourselves apart from our name, and it's also how people refer to us in conversations.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity. It is a signal of acceptance.
Okay, I spoke too soon. I understand what happened to Dave Rubin here. This is absolutely outrageous. This is pretty much just hate speech, you know, towards cis people. I mean, are we just like supposed to normalize the use of non-he or she pronouns?
Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey team.
Yeah, and now that you say that, another way that we could show that we're allies and that we accept everybody is to maybe include our pronouns in our emails, or like we just did, introduce ourselves using our pronouns.
Oh, there's more coming, people.
God, those comments are amazing.
The underscore big underscore room gave Lord Netto a tier 1 subscription.
Thanks to Big Room. Wow. The level of disgust and pageantry being put on by Dave here. Oh, don't worry. There's more. It gets worse.
That's real. I know you're watching it. You're going, that can't be real. Dave, today's not April Fool's Day. Don't punk us like that. But that is real. That is a real video that the U.S. Navy put out. Who are those two people? They don't even seem like real people. They seem like automatons. What is her accent?
Well, I actually prefer the old Navy recruiting video. I don't know if you've seen this one. But seriously, don't join the Navy. They usually are one of the branches of the military that does some pretty bad stuff, and you don't really want to join an organization because it looks like incredibly gay and fun adventures, and then find out that you have to kill poor people overseas. So that would just be my little caveat in between all of that.
It seems like it's robotic. and they're saying things that have nothing to do with the Navy. Didn't the Navy have something to do with a bunch of guys getting in the water and then going to save people, perhaps? Or
Dave Rubin, define Navy. A bunch of guys get in the water and they save people or something. The Navy.
we blow up something, or we got more. I'm going to stay on screen for this one because
and
this
blow
is so
something
insane.
up.
Here we go.
And another tip for you to remember their pronoun next time.
Oh, whoa, he's doing the React Andy. Is this a new aspect of the Rubin report? I guess everyone else is doing it, right? You got to get on board. Yeah. It's what the kids are into.
It's in your mind. Kind of go through a progression of 3 good things about the person using their pronoun. So let's say the person chooses to use they, then you will in your mind go, they.
How do you suck at everything you attempt, Dave? You can't even react to Andy well. This is terrible. Hassan would be ashamed.
They have a nice shirt. They have a nice smile. They are really smart. So that kind of sticks in your brain.
That is
By the way, obviously, no supporter of the military, the U.S. military, the Canadian military, the military-industrial complex, any of that around these parts. I'm not here to say, oh, it's good the Navy has suddenly become more inclusive. That being said, what in this video is offensive? Like, it's one person who says, and I'm assuming they're both cis, one person's like, hey, I go by he, him. She's like, hey, I go by she, her. And by the way, if someone goes by they, them, an easy way to learn how to use that is to suddenly think of good qualities about that person and then use they before you introduce those good qualities into your brain to kind of reinforce that behavior. Like, he opened this whole thing up with this whole, like, you know, that apparently there's this trans ideology and that anyone who doesn't agree with all these things, like 4-year-olds should be on puberty blockers, is a bigot, and look how outrageous things have gotten. It's now gotten to the point where it's affected the Navy. Have you seen this?
Listen, I got to warn you people. There is collective brain damage happening across the world right now, okay?
Have you ever picked up a phone call, Dave? Has anyone ever called you? I hope the answer would be yes. It seems very lonely if the answer was no. But if you've picked up the phone and then you talk to someone else and you refer to who you're speaking to on the phone, do you use they, them in that case? Oh yeah, they just called me. Did you see how easy that is? Just to use a different pronoun? It wasn't the end of the world. There wasn't, like, you know, trans ideology raining from the sky or anything like that.
It's happening right in front of our faces. Imagine you're in the Navy. Imagine you come from a proud Navy family, right?
Imagine you come from a family and you happen to be trans and you're in the Navy, and we're not even going to open the can of worms about how the military disproportionately will have people entering it because of poverty and stuff like that. But anyways, you're in the Navy and you happen to be trans. Imagine people using the proper pronouns to refer to you. How horrifying. Utterly I'm aghast.
I've been to Annapolis, where the Naval Academy is. I was at the Naval Academy about a year ago. Took a walk around. It's a really lovely place. Imagine you come from a proud naval family, and they are subjecting you to that sheer drivel. Not only is it complete insanity, it's
This one is kind of wild because, like, he clearly is trying to act really outraged about this, and it's something that's so benign. Like, I could see him doing this exact same segment and then playing that clip of the drag queen story hour that, or sorry, not the story hour, the dancing that everyone is super, super mad about on the right now, and being this upset about it. But it's just a training video that says he, him, she, her, and if you want to use they, them, this is how you use them. Like, do you imagine that people seeing this are just like, oh, the indoctrination, I'm having to change my beliefs, learn a new pronoun?
just complete insanity that has nothing to do with nothing. It has nothing, certainly nothing to do with the Navy being effective at what your job is.
There are trans people in the Navy. There are trans people in the military.
Protecting this country, making sure that if a pirate ship is attacking another ship, that you're going to take care of the other ship.
We can add to his definition. The Navy is when men in boats go and save people and sometimes blow stuff up and attack pirate ships.
Yep, it continues.
To share something with you that happened the other day at a cookout I was at, we were talking about pronouns, and somebody was disagreeing with how different people see themselves as different pronouns, and the argument was, if you look like a female, then it's she, her, because that's what's normal. And if you make me call you something else, then you're infringing on my rights. And I was really taken aback by the comment, and I really wasn't sure how to respond. And the only thing I could really think quickly to say was, it's not about you at all. And it's mostly and ultimately about respect.
But if I were to tell you over and over again, my name is Johnny, and you insist on mispronouncing my name, I would feel disrespected by you. Some names are...
I mean, again, this is so low tier on what you could be upset about. This feels like a course that should be taught in schools, you know, at a very basic level. It seems just like, you know, stuff that may be common sense to people who aren't transphobic, but for people who aren't, it's just like, oh, by the way, there's a really easy way to learn how to do this. Here's a trick to learn how to do this. You can use they, them pronouns. There's no problem. You probably wouldn't like it if someone continuously misgendered you or said the wrong name to you or something like that. So I don't see why you should have to do it to other people. Outrageous. Like the end of society as we know it.
Very difficult to pronounce. But do you know what is very easy to pronounce? She, he, they.
My God. Oh, the very fabric of society has crumbled. No, the Navy has fallen, everybody. They got Pizza Hut this year. They got Post-it notes. They got fucking, what is it, M&Ms. So many things have fallen. Fox News has fallen. And now the U.S. Navy.
Let's be clear about something. Let's be clear. That's what Joe Biden says all the time. Let's be clear. She, he, them are fucking bananas. Those people are insane. You don't have to behave.
What are you talking about? I assume you're he, him, Dave. Is that bananas? Do you use neo-pronouns? What is going on here? You use he, him pronouns. Did you think they were all combined? Did you think that was someone who was gender fluid? Even if they were, that's not an outrageous statement. Did you learn nothing? Did you learn nothing from watching that?
The way these people want. They're not real human beings. And what I mean by that is they have no understanding of what it is to get and earn respect.
Holy dehumanizing there, Batman. What's going on here? Well, they're not real humans. Yeah, they don't deserve respect. We shouldn't be using pronouns. Weird pronouns like she and he.
Respect and to be an adult in a world that doesn't have to bow to you, a world that exists, and then you do your best within that world. The fact that this has leaked into our militaries is so nuts.
Do you walk around life and if someone introduces himself as like, hey, I'm Mark, do you call them Sheila just for like no reason other than to be a dick? Is that how you operate in your life? Or you probably be like, oh, hi, Mark, I'm Dave. Nice to meet you. Right? And that's it. You wouldn't be like, I'm calling you Sheila. I'm not going to bend to the whim of your desires because I don't have to because you're not human. What a weird ass fucking stance. That was embarrassing. Holy shit, 1.7 million subs and this got 8,300 views? That's more embarrassing. How much of your fucking views are bought? 1.3k likes, 1.7 million. I'm gonna get more views than that in the video I'm making right now, making fun of you on my channel with like 57,000 subs. That's fucking hilarious. I guess this isn't selling as well. Yeah, maybe that's why he's trying to change it up. He's trying to start, he's like, well, I mean, there's that, that young woman on The Blaze who seems to be doing really good with React Andy and outrage culture. So maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll find something and pretend to be really big mad about it. I'll do that and see how that goes. Too bad, Dave. Your shit ain't selling. Guess you got to get Prager to start spending a whole bunch more money on you again.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form, available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we are prepared to embark on a mighty jihad in your name. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble jester, attempting in vain to get you to laugh. To our valiant knights of the round table, Benji Arnie, Tech Tink, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Mayred, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood. It doesn't matter what I believe, it only matters what I can prove. Egbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Jenna Tao, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevbot, EXE, Brian Ephraim, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojak, Saren 42, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Agent NDN, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our mugs and salute our brave heroes off to another glorious conquest.